Dear Abby, what do you think about a person who refuses to wear underwear?
Oh,
My husband is driving me crazy. He hates clothing and usually runs around the house in a pair of old shorts worn well below the waistline, no shirt and no underwear. When no one but me is there, he goes completely naked.
ew.
Abby, I love my husband, and I'm not contemplating divorce or anything like that, but I'm grossed out by his refusal to wear underwear. If you say I should learn to live with it, which I mostly have anyway, I will try to keep my mouth shut. I hope you don't think this letter is too ridiculous to print. Signed, wife of almost naked husband in KC.
I went over my. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I got so upset about this. I wanted to tell you instantly, but go ahead, answer the thing, and then we'll get into.
Dear
this.
wife of almost naked husband, I'm sure there are many people of both sexes who find underwear too confining and opt not to wear any. To say it briefly, get it?
Pun
It's a
intended.
matter of personal choice. If this is the only thing about your husband that bothers you, consider yourself fortunate and avert your gaze.
Get out. Put your underwear on, okay? I went over a friend's house. This was years ago. I have not been back, and I couldn't stand her.
I will not be back.
I will not be back unless you all wear clothes. Her husband drove me crazy. He was a very unattractive guy. And so I go over there and I'm hanging out, and I don't know how the conversation started. She was like, well, we usually don't wear any clothes, so this is a change. And she said that, like, when they're there, they're just all naked all the time, like all hours of the day, all days of the year.
Were you then looking at the sofa?
Well, that
like
was my
back,
first
left
thought
and right,
was-
like,
I was
right
like-
here? You were,
So you're nude, but you
Ass naked here.
sat here.
and you just had a colonoscopy.
It's a white couch.
Right.
Okay. Is this squishy? I should go. I levitated
is this-
off of her sofa when she said it. I was like,
You were like doing wall sits, but you were actually had a couch underneath you.
my thighs were on fire. Yeah, exactly.
Just like cantilevering
the couch
over
is
the.
like,
You're like,
Erin, your ass hasn't been touching the sofa this whole time.
Jim's like, your ass looks great. I've been doing a wall sit for 3 hours at the Smith's house.
My thighs could crack walnuts.
Jesus Christ.
Been doing
I need you to rub my thighs. Not sexually, it's just they're so tense now.
When she said that, I was like, this is a nude house. And she's not the first friend. Like, my
You're like you're like this, so relaxed, and then they say it, and you're like,
everything retracts.
yeah, it's like
Alligator arms,
you're just like
alligator arms.
giant pockets for your entire body.
And I fold all the way into myself, just my head's in my ass.
Yeah,
I don't understand why people, okay, to the underwear thing. There's not a day where I can go commando. I know it's different for girls and guys. I just can't. I can't be flapping in the wind. The roast beef curtains need to be contained.
okay.
I don't understand. It makes me, no.
I am not someone that wants to hang out in my house either
Okay.
without clothes. I rarely am just in my underwear in
No.
my house.
And I'm rarely, like, if I'm naked, it's a very quick blip of just,
Yes, I do.
I'm naked with purpose. I've either come out of a shower, and let me be real, like at this point I'm ready to shower with clothes on. I need to be contained. It's like the dogs when I put the shirts on the dogs and they calm down. Clothes calm me down, underwear calms me down.
Okay.
Even the Aura anti-camel toe underwear, which
Calms
by the
you
way, I don't know if they heard me. You know how they keep, emailing me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what's going on. I bought a 6-pack and like 3 are missing.
Like from your house?
I don't know where they went.
Do you want to look at Jim and ask?
Yes, I'd like to know what you're wearing right now, sir. Because I haven't seen your camel toe in days. I hate that word so much.
What if he was like, I don't know, and he bends over to pick up the script,
And
then
you just see it peeking out like he's a
thong.
fly girl.
Yeah.
Remember when thongs were like above people's pants for a while?
Yes.
That is a style that is like teetering on coming back,
I
you
hope
guys.
not.
If the baggy pants are coming back, the thongs are not that far away.
True. I hear you, and I honor you.
Do you have naked house friends? People
What?
who are fine being naked in their house? Have you ever discussed this? Or would you not be friends with them?
Of course, I'd be friend. Like, who?
Oh, I stopped hanging out with this girl fully after she said that. I was like, we are done here.
Well, it's weird because, it's like when you go to Fire Island, basically we're all naked because we're all wearing a Speedo nearly all day long.
Yeah, but you're on the beach, right?
Right. Well, beach, house, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just kind of.
Well, that's kind of different. That's a beachy thing.
Yeah, but we're basically in our underwear.
Are people just walking around naked on Fire Island, though? There is
Some
a
people.
naked section of the beach.
I mean, some people, you can if you want to. I'm not one of those people.
Like, just in general? Like, you can just walk around any part of the island naked at all times? Like, you could go to high tea naked?
No. No, I have. No.
They have a hardware store. Would you?
That's funny, but there is no hardware store.
There is a hardware store on Fire Island.
No,
I've
there's
been
not.
to it.
There isn't a
I
hardware
have
store.
legit been to the hardware store at Fire Island.
There's a grocery store. There is no hardware store.
There's a hardware store. Oh my God. I swear to God.
I'm going to tell you one more time that there isn't a hardware store. There are basically 4 stores, and none of them have hardware.
Where was I then?
I have no idea. I mean, they may sell a plunger at the grocery store,
I mean, maybe.
but
I haven't been back in a while, so I'm going to take your word for it. But I really think there's a
there's
hardware
like
store.
the liquor store, the market.
There should be a gay bar called the hardware store.
There is. It's called Hardware.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
There's a bar on Fire Island called the Hardware?
No, there's a bar in New York City called Hardware.
God, I have my finger on the pulse.
Yeah, because it's been open for about 15 years. Maybe.
Really?
Maybe 10. I don't know.
Are
I
they
don't work
naked
there.
at Hardware too?
Yeah, everyone's naked now.
All the
All
time.
in Manhattan. Everyone's naked all the
I
time. Can
hate-
you imagine like getting on the subway and everyone's naked and be like, ugh.
We're not far off from that.
First of all, I investigate that seat before I sit down because I'm like, I know a homeless man has been here.
Oh, yeah.
Chances are good. Chances are this is filthy.
Yeah. How
I'm like-
desperately do you want to sit down?
Right.
They should offer those, the toilet seat covers
Yes.
on every subway. You should be able to. Because somebody posted a picture. A couple people
Then someone will
posted
set on fire.
the one that was covered in blood. The
What?
seats that were covered in blood.
What?
There was like literally just 3 seats covered in blood. And the best part is because people want to sit down so bad, people are like still sitting on the ones that are nearby.
Just like on the edge. Like,
exactly,
don't let the blood
just
get near
like
me.
on the lid, like just the cusp of it.
Just wall
Fine.
sitting on it. Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen somebody naked in the subway.
I have not. I've definitely seen someone obviously urinate. I like how we say, of course.
Of course.
we've
I
seen
mean,
someone-
naturally,
Right.
this is what you do. I saw somebody taking an explosive dump on the 2-train platform.
I think I've seen that I have seen that
Yes.
on my subway station underneath my house.
It was like,
Which is nice because it's so close.
well, but it was like a fire hose. It was so breathtaking. I know that people usually use that word
For
to
like
refer to
Niagara
something
Falls.
great
Yeah.
and like a vista that's scenic.
Yeah.
This was breathtaking. It literally took my breath
in
away.
a different way.
Yeah.
You
It
guys
can-
are a great commercial for New York City tourism.
I love New York. I know we're talking about nudes, though, but still, it all comes back. Ironically, my friend who was the 2 nudes, I had 2 nude friends who were way into nudes,
Which you're no longer friends
and one was in Brooklyn, which should be no surprise to anybody. They had a nude house, but also grew up in a nude house. Like father, mother, sisters, everybody naked all the
Stop
time.
talking.
That's
I
what I'm
don't-
saying. It's
No.
not. What does that do to you? If I saw my father naked, I would
Well, I thought
literally.
you did with the.
No, that's the boxer shorts. Very different.
Oh, sure.
They were very. It's not like they were sheer. It's not like
I
they
don't
were
know what he was
assless
wearing.
chaps.
I don't know. You didn't clarify.
He's just a hillbilly.
That's fine.
But-
Hillbilly's like sheer too.
But like naked, this is a naked house. They just sort of casually always walk around naked. If I saw my father like that, I would literally on the spot rip my eyeballs out of my head,
We've talked
like
about
the
naked,
Beetlejuice
like,
scene.
the reality of some people are like, oh, this is like everyone's like at the Playboy Mansion walking around nude.
No.
The reality is like you drop something on the floor, you got to pick that up. How do you pick that up and not stare in the Death Star?
But now it's like 2 oranges and a loose nylon.
Right.
Nobody who wants to be naked all the time is the person that you want to see naked all the time.
Cleaning your house, flipping bacon, doing laundry in the nude. Like, there are certain things you shouldn't be doing,
Naked.
partially because of splatter. Also,
Danger.
right?
Yes.
I mean, I think, what if
Folding
you
laundry.
fall off a ladder and then your ass hits, I don't know, like a newel post?
Oh.
You don't have any. There's no
Buffer
there's no denim there
to
to
stop.
make sure that you're not penetrated.
Yes. Prepare for impact.
Right.
There's and also on a nude beach though too. People do things that you shouldn't do.
Well, right.
Volleyball.
No.
There was a guy trying to, because I walked
That's
through the nude
dangerous.
beach. First of all, it's dangerous. Think about the things that could hurt you and bruise you.
Not to mention the amount of sand going in
I know.
your holes.
But I was on Fire Island, and of course,
You were at the
everybody's
hardware
curious.
store.
I was at the hardware store, and after I
That
left, I
doesn't
got my
exist.
plunger, I got
Yeah.
my screwdrivers.
And your poppers. You're like, let's go to the beach.
That's it. I'm moving to Fire Island. I'm opening up a hardware store just to fuck you up.
That's right. For all the people that are there for all 3 months of the year.
Revenge hardware store.
That's what you should call
That's it. Revenge hardware. And I walked on the beach, and to get from, you just walk the beachfront, and you don't know when suddenly the beach turns nude. And there's a section of it. It's not, I don't even think there was a lot of signage being like, nudes ahead, nude, 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 like flashing signs.
No, because
like you're in Amsterdam.
We wouldn't do that. We'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a subtle nude. All of
Yeah.
a sudden, it's like a gentle gay transition
To nude.
from like people are in bigger bathing, like I'm in like my 1940s bathing suit that goes from like ankles to wrists
Right.
up to my neck, you know, and I'm
The
walking.
Helena Bonham collection.
Exactly. This is Speedo for Helena Bonham. It's a collab. It's great.
It's 14 layers of sheer.
You have to cover your whole face. And actually, we have a whole burqa line that's coming out later in the season
Sleeping bag, but it has SPF.
with drawstrings. And I'm walking, and then suddenly I'm on a nude beach, and I didn't know that was going to happen to me. And like now I'm surrounded by nudes, but these are not the people that you want to see naked. And there was a guy putting a
Umbrella.
yes. I love it when we play Pictionary and
Celebrity password.
celebrity
Picture.
Yeah.
What was that? Win, lose, or draw?
One word, 2 syllables. And he was putting a beach umbrella into the sand, but he couldn't. You know how you have to like really squat and like really get your arms into it?
Yes.
And there's an element of heft
Yes.
that is involved in like securing. And that umbrella goes in and
Correct.
stays there.
Yes.
And
I
he just
understand.
was kept trying to, and it was like I was hypnotized by the swinging of the old man testes. It was
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
it was
You-
like
you
in
were-
the 80s
yeah.
when they had that thing that was on everybody's desks,
Yes.
those like clacky balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't look away. It was a train wreck.
Like, who wants. And then you're just like laser focus. I can't believe that.
We should go out for a drink.
And next thing you know, you've murdered everyone on the beach because of it.
Must kill.
His balls are like.
Patrick.
His balls are killed people in
Kill.
blue suits. Okay.
Kill people, bury them in your backyard pool, and it all comes back.
I don't know why I'm surprised with like when you, I mean, Fire Island. It's not. I don't feel like when I come across someone on Fire Island that's nude that it's not like what I want to see because usually it's
What you want to see?
surprise. That's the other thing. It's like, oh, okay.
Wait, so we're
Thank you
doing
so
this
much.
now?
That is. I don't have to. Okay.
But wait, set the scene then a little bit, because we're not talking about the. You're just talking about Fire Island. You're not talking about the beachfront. So now you're just casually seeing
I'm talking
somebody
about
nude in the woods.
No.
Think about
in
ticks.
the woods. No,
because there's
I'm
a
talking
lot
about
of-
on the beach
Okay.
because like basically we're all in speedos or whatever,
Okay.
and then there's like the part that is clothing optional, I guess.
So somebody
But
whips
everyone
it out.
pretty much has like been training for Fire Island all year long.
Oh, I see.
Everyone's been dehydrating and working out
And
whatever.
Ozempic and
Yeah.
all
and
of
then
that.
there's like the one guy that's like, I'm gonna go for a nude swim, and it's like the guy with like the enormous dick, and I'm like, of course
Of course, you're going for
swimming.
it.
Half of us on the beach, we went swimming, we come back, and we should be arrested because of pedophilia.
Yeah.
Because who's that tiny
But
boy
now
in the
he's like,
sea of
I think I'll go
naked
for
men?
a drink. I think I'll go for lunch, but everything. Of course you'll go for lunch naked.
Of
Of
course
course
you
you
will.
will.
Yeah.
Because you're hung like a bison.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, you have like the little red wagon for your dick.
Yeah. I'll
Going
have
to
the
the
club
hardware store.
sandwich. Yeah. Going
And
to.
what will you have? I'll have the club sandwich, and my dick will have some fries. Thank you.
Do you want a kid's menu for your dick?
Do you want potato salad? No, no potato salad, but thank you.
Too fattening.
You got it. And what about my friend here? And just, I'll just have a salad. Jerk.
I hate it when he orders for his dick first.
It's always the guys with the big dicks that are always like walking around like God's gift. You're like,
Of course.
"Great, that's great.
Because they have the gift. But meanwhile,
What gift is that?
I am
It's just
so
enormous.
aware of nudity that I do the overcorrection where I'm really making uncomfortable, extreme eye contact with you. Like if you and I were to go to that beach and suddenly you whipped it out, I'd be like, so anyway, where do you want to go for dinner? And I'm like looking above your hairline. I'm looking anywhere but your butt down, but doing one of those glances.
You're like, it's kind of like when you encounter like a celebrity on Fire Island. There are people that are just like, you just walk past them.
Yeah.
And then there are people that are like, oh, I just threw this Frisbee. Sarah Jessica Parker, I'm sorry.
I'll just throw it near you. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I loved you in Sex and the City.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're completely naked.
My Dick Will Have season 2.